Notre-Dame can look like one of those buildings that simply belong to Paris forever. Too central to lose, too famous to fail, too monumental to imagine as vulnerable. But that is the illusion. Notre-Dame did not survive as a stable monument outside history. It survived by repeatedly passing through history's hardest pressures and then being claimed again by a new era. What people see now is not just medieval Paris preserved in stone. It is survival. Notre-Dame stands on the Île de la Cité, near the political and symbolic heart of Paris. Construction began in the 12th century and continued across generations. That matters, because from the beginning, the cathedral was not a single act. It was a long investment. A major cathedral of the capital, a statement of ecclesiastical authority, urban ambition, and Gothic technique. This is the first key to the dossier. Notre-Dame began as more than a building. It began as a claim. Over time, the cathedral accumulated more meaning: religious meaning, royal meaning, national meaning. That helped make it important, but it also made it vulnerable. During the French Revolution, Notre-Dame's old associations became liabilities. Imagery was damaged. Treasures were removed. The building was repurposed and degraded. This is one of the central turns in the story. Notre-Dame survived not only physical threat, but a collapse in legitimacy. By the 19th century, the cathedral had suffered enough that its future could not be assumed. But then the category changed. Notre-Dame became not only a church, but a monument of French history. That shift made restoration necessary. Under major 19th century restoration, especially under Viollet-le-Duc, the cathedral was not simply frozen, it was remade to remain legible. This is the BLACKMAP turn. Notre-Dame survived by being remade enough to stay central. The 20th century did not erase the cathedral. It remained standing inside a modern city repeatedly tested by conflict. Then came April 15th, 2019. Fire spread through the roof structure. The spire collapsed. And for a moment, the world watched Notre-Dame as if it might be lost in real time. This was the decisive modern survival pressure, because the fire did not only threaten stone and timber, it threatened the assumption that Notre-Dame would always be there. And yet the cathedral was not erased. The towers stood. The main masonry held. The facade endured. The question quickly became how to rebuild and what exactly France meant to pass forward. So what did Notre-Dame have to survive to become what it is now? Centuries of construction, revolutionary desecration, neglect, restoration, national symbolism, and fire. Today, Notre-Dame can look permanent again. But permanence is not the lesson. Selection is. The building remained because one era after another decided it still carried too much meaning to lose. That is the real dossier of Notre-Dame. Not a cathedral preserved intact across time, but a cathedral repeatedly damaged, reinterpreted, and rebuilt until survival itself became part of its meaning. Subscribe for the next dossier.